Do you lie awake exhausted but can't sleep, or feel wired and anxious all day, even though your doctor keeps telling you your labs are normal? I'm breaking down 6 phrases that are getting you dismissed every single appointment, and the one replacement phrase that finally ended 15 years of being told I was fine. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll walk into your next appointment knowing exactly what to say. Hi, I'm Julie. I'm a registered nurse, and I've spent over 20 years researching and working with integrative and functional healthcare solutions. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which words have been keeping you dismissed and have the replacement phrases that finally change that conversation. Phrase number 1, I can't sleep even though I'm exhausted. The problem isn't the description of what's going on because it's really accurate. But the moment you say this, your doctor's brain goes straight to insomnia. That's not insomnia. That's a cortisol rhythm problem. So say this instead to your doctor. I feel exhausted during the day, but can't fall or stay asleep at night. And I'd like to request a 4-point salivary cortisol panel or a Dutch hormone test to assess whether my evening cortisol is elevated when it should be dropping. The next phrase, this is the one that gets more women dismissed than any other. And most don't even realize they're saying it. So keep watching. Phrase number 2, I'm tired all day, but I can't wind down at night. This is the most misunderstood cortisol symptom there is. And honestly, it was mine for years. Your body is supposed to have a natural cortisol surge in the morning to help you feel alert. When that's misfiring, you miss that morning energy lift. But cortisol still spikes later in the day, which is keeping you activated right when your body should be winding down. Say this instead. I'm experiencing a low morning energy with an increase in alertness at night. I'd like to request cortisol awakening response testing alongside a full day cortisol panel to see whether my cortisol pattern is inverted. Naming that specific test tells your provider you've done your research and you're not leaving without answers. And coming up, the belly weight connection. This is the one that almost never gets addressed at conventional doctor's appointments. So keep watching. So, just a quick note before I keep going, because what we just covered connects directly to something that I personally use every single day. When cortisol is stuck in overdrive, your nervous system just can't come down on its own. It needs a signal. And the tool that I use for that is the Apollo Neuro wearable. This is what it looks like. I wear it every day and every night. It sends silent vibrations that activate your vagus nerve, your body's natural calm down switch. The best sleep I've ever had in years. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description down below. Now, let's get back to it. Phrase number 3, I keep gaining weight around my middle and I just don't know why. This gets filed under diet and lifestyle almost immediately. Eat less, move more, maybe a thyroid check. What you will not hear is this. Let's look at whether your cortisol is driving your insulin response. Here's the connection. When cortisol is chronically elevated, it signals your body to produce more insulin, store fat specifically around your abdomen, and resist releasing it. So say this instead. I'm experiencing abdominal weight gain that isn't responding to dietary changes or exercise. I'd like to run a fasting insulin, a hemoglobin A1C, and triglyceride to HDL ratio alongside cortisol testing. Up next, this one almost always gets routed to mental health. Phrase number 4: I've been really anxious and overwhelmed lately. The moment anxiety enters the room, most conventional providers reach for a mental health explanation. When cortisol is chronically elevated, it keeps your fight or flight system in a near constant state of activation. Your brain reads that as threats everywhere. That is anxiety, but it's coming from your adrenals, not from your thoughts. So say this instead: I'm experiencing persistent anxiety and overwhelm that I'd like to explore from a hormonal perspective. I'd like to test DHEAS and cortisol metabolites. DHEAS is the hormone that balances my cortisol to elevate whether my adrenal function is driving these symptoms. DHEAS and cortisol work like a seesaw. When cortisol is high, DHEAS is often depleted. Up next, this is the one where women have already been told they're fine. It's why the real cause keeps getting missed. Phrase number 5: I get shaky or irritable if I skip a meal or crash after I eat. Most providers hear this and think blood sugar, which is right, but they check a fasting glucose. What your doctor is missing is that cortisol is often what's creating the blood sugar swings in the first place. When cortisol is chronically elevated, it signals your liver to release glucose into your bloodstream. Insulin spikes to compensate, and then you crash. This is a stress driven loop, and a standard fasting glucose completely misses it. So, say this instead: I'm experiencing reactive blood sugar symptoms, crashes after meals, and shakiness between meals that I believe may be connected to cortisol driven blood sugar dysregulation. I'd like to run a fasting insulin, hemoglobin A1C, and high sensitivity CRP, which is a marker for low grade inflammation, to evaluate whether a cortisol insulin loop is driving these symptoms for me. High sensitivity CRP will flag inflammation from cortisol driven blood sugar swings long before anything else looks abnormal. Before I give you phrase number 6, and this is the phrase that finally got me taken seriously after 15 years. If you want to go deeper on this, a guide for you to take with you to your next doctor's appointment with all 6 of these phrases on there. It's customized to you so that when you bring it in, you have everything right in front of you and you will not be dismissed again because you are prepared. It's completely free to you, and the link is in the description below. The one phrase that got me taken seriously, phrase number 6: I think I've just been really stressed. I know why we say it. We've been conditioned to believe that if we explain our symptoms away first to a doctor, we'll seem less dramatic and more credible. So say this instead: I'm asking that we measure my cortisol pattern directly through a 4-point salivary cortisol panel or a Dutch hormone test, along with DHEAS and inflammatory markers, because my symptom picture is consistent with a stress hormone imbalance, and I want that evaluated before we settle on anything else. The moment I stopped handing the doctors that explanation, named the physiology, and asked for the specific tests, everything changed. I've spent 20 years researching and working with integrative and functional healthcare solutions to find this path. I'm not letting you wait 15 years the way I did. So before you go, Please download my guide to help you with these 6 replacement phrases and then customize it, say them out loud, and I really mean it. And if your provider still dismisses you after you show up this prepared, that tells you everything you need to know. Find an integrative or functional medicine provider who looks at the full picture. Which one of these phrases have you been using without even realizing it was working against you? And it also may help another woman like you. If this video helped you, give it a like and please share it with a woman in your life who keeps being told her cortisol is fine. She really needs to hear this. Remember, your body is not broken, it's burdened. Thank you for being here with me today. And please take care of yourself because you deserve to feel better. And remember, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.